All right, here we go. So this is the outer office.
All right.
And it's just wild how many things have happened in here. So I remember my wife didn't want this in here. I guess that's Ivan the Terrible, who apparently killed his son and seemingly regretted it immediately. But my wife's like, I'd rather we not have this. So, okay, it's here. Yeah, we've got Thomas Aquinas up the top here. This is the, I think it's called the confounding of the heretics. So the Dominicans were spoken of as the sheepdogs for the Lord. And you have here, do you see the sheepdogs attacking the wolves? Isn't that cool? And then you have, Muslims stopping up their ears, ripping out their fake scripture. So I thought, well, that was a pretty cool thing to put above the door to my studio. Should we show everyone the signature wall?
Yeah, so why don't you tell us some of the stories behind this wild...
This is one of the saddest things that's going to happen. I did contemplate cutting this wall out and taking it with me. It's still in the back of my mind. I just don't know if I can do it. So I would say about a year, maybe 5 months, 6 months in, I thought, because it's all up this wall as well, I thought, well, maybe we should have people sign the wall. That'd be kind of cool. And that's what we've done. So let's see if we can see some of these here. Hey, look, we got Pearl Davis. I always appreciate it when people's signature looks exactly like, so I can figure it out. Peter Kraft, he always writes under the mantle, or under the mercy, Peter Kraft. And then Joseph Pierce wrote under Peter Kraft, Joseph Pierce. And then Christopher West wrote under Joseph Pierce. And I was like, okay, this is...
Well, there's no more room to the right, so...
Well, I said to Mike Aquilina, I'm like, please just sign here so we can end this. There's that. I think there's Seamus Coughlin from Freedom Tune.
Oh, yeah. I see Shane Smith right next to him.
Yeah, Shane Smith, a very, very, very funny comedian, convert to Catholicism, Father Jason Sharon, Vesper Stamper, Sister Natalia, who ended up becoming Mother Natalia. And so next time she was on, crossed out the sister and wrote Mother. Father Vincent Lampert. Who else have we got? Jimmy Aiken is up the top in gold because he went the longest. Father Michael O'Loughlin at the very top. Look, there you go, Calvin Robinson up there.
He probably didn't even need a stool for that.
Chloe Cole. So Chloe, many people probably know who she is. She presented as male, even though she's female. She had, God have mercy, she had top surgery, as they call it. And so what an honor and to sit with her and to have her bravely share her story. That was just such a beautiful episode. Jordan Peterson up here.
Oh, yeah.
Emma Frad, my sister. So Emily Wilson, Paul Thigpen, Father Michael Baggett. We talked about AI. I mean, it's just beautiful. So we got 2 more interviews to do, and then on Monday we're going to be dismantling everything, taking everything apart, packing everything up. I'm going to be getting a U-Haul trailer, and I'm going to be taking it to my new studio that we are building in Florida. And we would love to ask your help to build the studio. It's going to cost at least $38,000 for the electronics and the new cameras and lights and things. And so pintswithaquinas.com/studio if you want to support us, because people have said they do want to, which is just so lovely. Let's be honest, I'm going to do it regardless. If you support me or not, I'm going to figure this out. But if you do want to support us, go to pintswithaquinas.com/studio, and there's like different levels you can give, and then we give you free things in return, like rosaries and books and things like that. So if you want to help us, we'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much. But yeah, this is going to be really sad when I shut this place down on...
Well, can we take a look at the actual studio?
Sure, yeah, let me turn the lights on. It's always smaller than people think. Whenever people come in here, they say that. Boom. So this is the studio. So yeah, when I came here, this was a really kind of just a rundown, gross-looking building, green carpet, and there was actually a big windows here, which we sealed up and soundproofed. There was a door here that led into the next office, which we obviously sealed up. This table was put together by my mate Bob Lesniewski. Massive thanks to him for doing that. It's a great table. And I just love this format. I know as podcasts and interviews, podcasts that host in-person interviews have taken off. There's all sorts of ways you can do it, like two people in chairs, no table in between. I really like the table. I think that's because there's like 3-hour shows, and this is the greatest gift I've ever been given, I think. Okay, I'm going to keep this until the day that I die. It's Peter Kreeft's new book, What Would Socrates Say? But here's why it's such a great gift. What did he signed it, I think. I hope. Oh yeah, here it is. For Matt Fradd, the world's greatest interviewer. And he means what he says, because I once wrote a little book on atheism and submitted it to him for a review, and he wrote back and said, unfortunately, he can't review it because it was bad. Thanks, Peter. So I reworked it, and I think he was happy with it after that. This is the Superman from Seinfeld. I just really like that. As you get older, you stop caring what people think, and you stop apologizing for what you like. I just think this is cool.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason I got it. This is a taxidermed kangaroo scrotum.
I think you beat me to death with those once. So yeah.
I'm really sorry. This is a can opener, kangaroo. I apologize for forgetting the name of the wonderful fella who made this for me.
Daniel Pacelli.
I'm so glad that you remember. Okay, so people are very kind, and sometimes I'll be at conferences and they'll come and they'll give me gifts. And I'm always very grateful, but sometimes I think, I don't know if I can fit this in my bag, or sometimes it's just, a t-shirt from their university or something like that. So I thought, well, thank you so much. And I opened it, and this is what he gave me. So for those who don't know, I have another channel called Catholic Lo-Fi. Look at that. What a very talented fella. So I'll be keeping that forever. So on our Catholic Lo-Fi channel, we have a beautiful animation. All of our animations are done by the great Joshua Masterson, super talented fella. And we have one with Aquinas with headphones on. So it's kind of a, mix. We have Dostoevsky, St. Paul of the Cross, first class relic.
I've done some of my favorite interviews that I've ever done. Do not perform at all. What do you have one?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have one of those?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Andrew Willard Jones teaches. I don't know what he teaches, but he's something of an expert in political theory. And so I had him on the show, and it was just life-changing for me. And that didn't perform as well as I had hoped. I had a lady called Carrie Gress, PhD. She wrote a book on feminism, hoping to be able to salvage first wave feminism, because we always hear that, well, there's a lot of good in the first wave. And she came to decide that that wasn't the case. And so my wife and I read that book together before the interview, and she changed our mind on that entirely. So that was beautiful. We started doing this a while back. We take Polaroids with our guests, so we could go through these. So that's the great John Bergsma. Oh, he's brilliant. He is so brilliant. Carrie Gress, Christopher West. I call him Black Jeremy. We're going to go with that. Emma Fradd. That's my sister. Father Vincent, Father Lewis. That was an unfortunate photo. We should have lit that better clearly. Father Michael Joseph, Carmelite priest. My spiritual father, Father Boniface Hicks. Jonathan Rumi.
Oh yeah,
like what an honor to have him on. Yeah, that was a blessing. Jonathan Pageau, Mother Natalia. There's the big man, Andrew Clavin. Look at that. I love Andrew Clavin. He was so delightful. Father Mark Mary. Shane Smith. I guess an awful photo. That's the point of Polaroids, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You can barely tell who it is. There's your man, John Henry Spain.
Oh.
So I think instead of cutting this wall out and taking it with me, whatever new studio I show up in, I'm going to put these up on the wall.
Beautiful.
We have some big plans, too, for Florida. I'm really excited. We already have Tammy Peterson agreeing to come on the show, the excellent Protestant author John Eldridge, who I have learned a great deal from coming in. We're in touch with Russell Brand's people. We're in touch with Rob Snyder's people. So again, if you want to support Pints with Aquinas, obviously a lot of people support us on locals for $10 a month, which means the world to us. But if you want to specifically help the studio, pintswithaquinas.com/studio. Just go check it out. You'll see the free things we'll give you in return if you have the means to give to us. But here's what I would really love, and it sounds like an afterthought, but I would love to beg everyone who's watching right now to pray a rosary for Pints with Aquinas, for Al, and all those who view it. Maybe I'll do that below. Maybe I'll post something that asks you, would you pray a rosary? Because I would love to know how many people would be willing to pray a rosary for Pints in this new transition. That would be an honor. That would be so great. So anyway, I am so great. People sometimes ask me, like, what do you do for fun? I'm quite boring. I like to sit down and talk to people. I like to read and sit and talk and smoke a cigar. And so the fact that I get to do that with some of the most interesting people is just such an honor. So I'm really grateful for everybody who has helped make this possible. Really, really grateful. I'm really grateful for Josiah. Josiah used to go by Thursday, as you know, and then at one point it's like, you know what, let's use my real name. And he has been such a blessing to me. He puts up with me. You think about what this poor fella has to endure. Not only does he have to endure me, but even when I leave, he has to look at my head on a screen while he edits things constantly. So that might be the first miracle for his canonization process after his death. But I'm so grateful for all the hard work he's put into this. He's been so supportive and kind, and, you know, I'm an old man. Yeah, you know, when it comes to the internet, so having his sort of advice and has been really invaluable. And that's that. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Whittington, for those of you at home, is a wonderful fella, very funny. He's got a great YouTube channel by his same name. You should go check that out. And you're doing a lot of great work, Kyle, by trying to bring different Catholic apostolates and online influences together to help support each other. What's the name of that?
So that's the Catholic Creator Conference. We're in the talks of planning for next year. So if you want to know more about that, check out my channel, that or Drew the Catholic. So
awesome. God bless everybody. Thank you.